subscribers and fans. Iceman here. And a fan on YouTube of mine by the name of Russell came up with this whole speculation theory on who would kick the other's ass in battle. The Indominus Rex versus George, the giant monkey from Rampage. Who do you think would win? Let me know in the comment section below right now who you think would win in this battle. But check this out, what Russell goes on about. It's very interesting and very revealing. This is what he says. Ever since the Jurassic World film came out, people started comparing the Indominus Rex to 2005 King Kong. Kong in this film dominated V-Rexes, and it wasn't a fair battle, especially when he fought the last one at the end. The Indominus Rex, however, is the most powerful dinosaur in Jurassic World series, if you don't include the Mosasaurus. He is a much larger threat than these three V-Rexes, so people arguing about who would win between these two, etc. Some say King Kong would win. Others say the I-Rex. Russell personally thinks these two are evenly matched, and it depends on how the fight would go. But comparing the albino gorilla, George, from Rampage film, is a much better topic, because he is so much alike the 2005 Kong, and he has a lot more capabilities of taking down the I-Rex. For such a comparison, we would have to take George after he was controlled by the waves during the final battle, and probably take on some feats when he was still super enraged. I don't know, man. I haven't seen Rampage, so I don't really know what this shit means. And the Indominus Rex before the raptor hunt on her. Because George will use his skills and intelligence well, and he won't be so overpowered. For the Indominus, she wouldn't be hit by a bazooka's explosion from a distance. And she won't be injured and exhausted. Okay, so we're assuming this battle takes place before the Indominus Rex gets hit by the bazooka blast that she got blasted the shit out of in Jurassic World. So this is for before she gets blasted, okay? So she's very strong. Origin. George is an albino gorilla and the last of his kind. When he was 2, George was rescued from poachers by the main protagonist of the film. George then lived in a wildlife sanctuary with other gorillas. One day, an incident happened at the space station, and it caused the experimental chemicals to fall down on Earth in the form of a container. It landed right where George was. He saw it, touched it, and was immediately contaminated by a mixture called pathogen. The next day, he was a lot bigger. Then another day passed by, and he started to mutate even more, to the point where he was so many times larger, and all of his physically and mental attributes were amplified in many times. Fuck it, man. I mean, some of this stuff is really grammatically, it's hard for me to read it right off the bat, but I mean, you get the picture, right? So his physical attributes were changed drastically, especially his strength, speed, and agility. And he was also very durable, with a healing factor as well. Moreover, he was very aggressive, and because he had that mixture in him, George was also controlled by special waves from a tower that was responsible for making that pathogen mixture. It controlled him from a distance, caused him and other monsters who were also contaminated to cause chaos. Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know this stuff about George, because I haven't seen the film. Indominus Rex is a genetically modified dinosaur hybrid. Her creation combines a mixture of animals and creatures, such as the T-Rex, Velociraptor, Giganotosaurus, Carnotaurus. I can't read this other shit, but there's Theranosaurus, cuttlefish, a tree frog, and a pit viper snake. So it all gives her the size, power, speed, claws, bite force, intelligence, and other additional abilities of all these creatures. I-Rex was the latest attraction in the Jurassic World. She lived in a captivity all her life. I-Rex also killed her sibling. Overall, she lived there until the paddock escaped. So far, George gets the edge. So it's 1-0. George is 10 meters tall, and it stands on all fours. If he stands on two, then he would be between 14 to 15 meters, or 45 to 50 feet tall. Irex is about 20 feet tall, but she was expected to be about 50 feet long when fully grown, and a couple more feet taller, perhaps, or more. We never got to see her that big, but even if we did, George is still larger. So George still gets the edge. So it's 2-0. Damn, man, this is really favoring George so far. George, and this is now personality and intelligence. George was capable of being involved in human conversations, obey commands, jokes, stuff that made his friend believe he was dead after the final fight, and didn't hate or stop trusting humans after his mother was killed by poachers. During the final battle, the giant crocodile attacked George, but the ape quickly realized to grab a piece of a building and hit him in the face. And at the end of the final battle, George grabs a long metal bar and stabs the crocodile right in the eye and kills him that way. In other words, he was able to analyze his weak spot. The Indominus Rex, while living in a paddock, managed to kill her sibling. No empathy, even for its own kind. Most likely, she did it for dominance and making sure there was no rivalry. She scratched a 40-foot wall and made humans believe that she climbed the wall and escaped. Then she used her camouflage ability, and then somehow she changed her body temperature to 0. Then humans opened the paddock and checked for her presence everywhere, and suddenly she surprised them and escaped. But there's one problem with that. There's a video of a Jurassic World being an inside job. Oh, it's true. There's a theory explaining that the Irex will not be able to use those two abilities at the same time, because in order for a tree frog to change her temperature, it would have to change color as well. The camouflage ability would have to be separate from it. Biologically, it would have been impossible. Like other humans were behind it, and they disabled cameras to let her escape. And the fact that Dr. Henry Wu made her so overpowered. Interesting. So this is kind of considering the possibility that the Irex escape was not really an escape after all, by her own means. Then the Irex remembered where the mini radar was placed on her back, and she clawed it out. After that, she used her camouflage ability to outsmart humans. Irex is the kind of creature that kills everything it sees, basically. Surely, she communicated to raptors, and then was trying to convince them to attack humans. But then she turned against all the raptors. Moreover, she would kill and eat any human. But that's not the case for George. He's very peaceful to them, despite his tragic story. Surely the Irex is the smartest dinosaur in the Jurassic Park films, but George is capable of empathy, has more and greater feats of intelligence, and there are no doubts about his actions, unlike the controversial Irex's escape. Damn, dude. So the frickin' Irex lost that one too, according to Russell. Okay. So as for weapons, right off the bat, the Irex takes it because she possesses a powerful bite force, which is nearly as strong as a T-Rex, and deadly claws. They were able to go through bulletproof metal. Interesting. George has a bulletproof tough skin. So the Irex's answer to that is she can bite hard as hell. Interesting. So the Irex wins when it comes to weaponry. George wasn't even hurt by falling and jumping from a plane. So for durability, Russell claims that George wins as well. I guess he took bullets, bombs, and missiles and had no visible damage on him. He tanked buildings and all sorts of shit, man. And he beat the shit out of a giant crocodile with spiky shit all over it. I don't know, man. This is very biased, it seems so far, but I mean, you might be onto something. I really don't know. George is a huge gorilla after all, right? That's apparently larger than the Indominus Rex. Huh. So the Indominus Rex took a bite from the Mosasaurus, but it didn't kill it right away. But nonetheless, it seemed to do the trick in terms of defeating the I-Rex. So George wins that. As for strength, stamina, speed, and agility, the fricking monkey wins, according to Russell. So it's 7-1, according to his evaluation so far. But then there are combat skills, and it seems that the I-Rex gets the edge in this. So the I-Rex has long arms, it can throw large objects. Or those are George's frickin' abilities. The I-Rex fought other dinosaurs very well without any training or experience. She was an overpowered dinosaur. She had the size, power, and tools to defeat almost any dinosaur. And such a dinosaur like her would never be captured by humans. So the I-Rex's tail helped it a bit. And she was also able to use it against humans. So 8-2 right now. The frickin' monkey is still ahead. Fighting experience, it seems like George takes the cake on that as well, because George killed off a grizzly bear, one of the most dangerous animals in the world, when standing about 2 meters tall. Huh. George also fought against the special forces inside some place, fought against the military, battled against the flying wolf and the crocodile. He came out victorious and had his experience. Yeah, he had a lot of experience fighting all that shit. The Indominus Rex fought against an ankylosaurus, killed a bunch of apatosaurs, although they probably weren't able to stand against her. Took down a military squad, went against raptors and won, then fought against Rexian Blue. But at the end, she was defeated with the help of the Mosasaur. So I guess George gets the edge on this, according to Russell. Gee frickin' whiz, man. Alright, let's check out these additional abilities that he mentions. Let's see here. George's main ability is his healing factor. Regeneration helped his durability to withstand many things, and to keep his super crazy adrenaline-like hormones inside his body at the time when he was enraged. He was quickly healed from something that impaled his chest, which was a metal pole. And after the final battle, he showed no signs of being wounded. Whether or not he will age, we don't know, because the film has no explanation for it. The I-Rex has 3 abilities. She can camouflage, alter her body temperature, and see infrared vision. Her camouflage is the best of all 3, though it will give her the edge in battle, especially if she uses it as a sneak attack. George's healing factor goes head-to-head with the Indominus camouflage ability, but regeneration alone is a more impressive ability than the other 3 combined. Oh, fuck. But because of the camouflage ability, yeah, this video is going to get some hate, isn't it, man? Because it really doesn't favor the Indominus Rex at all. In fact, it's very much in favor of George. So, I mean, if you guys want to rebuttal this, do it in the comments. Let me know who you think would kick the other's ass in battle. This is just one person's opinion, but he seems to have drawn out his reasons as to why he thinks this, And the truth is, before I committed to making this video, I didn't really realize how in favor this whole thing was with George. But whatever, man. The show must go on, right? Iceman started making the video, and I should probably commit to finishing it. But let me know in the comments, who do you think would kick the other's ass? The I-Rex does look dangerous. I'll give her that. But apparently, in terms of these additional abilities, he gave the I-Rex a point. So it's 10 George, 3 for the I-Rex. And he thinks that overall George would beat the I-Rex a lot more times than the 2005 King Kong would. Even if the I-Rex used its camouflage ability, it still wouldn't be a huge problem for George. It's not impossible, but hard for the I-Rex to be able to scratch the monkey's eyes off or bite his head off, because George has a healing factor, size advantage, brute strength, and other advantages he will thrive on. But if George is in his enraged mode, not even a few IREXs with their sneak attacks would take him down. George would have been great for a Jurassic World attraction. Huh. IREX is an ultimate killing machine and not an attraction for tourists or visitors. Well, so that's his video, man. That's what he had to say about these two going at it. Looks like George wins 10-3, according to his analysis. But let me know in the comments your thoughts on this matter, and who do you think would win in the battle? And be honest, you know? Don't hold back your reasons as to why you think one would beat the other's ass. Now, I'm going back to doing more Godzilla videos now. I just thought maybe I'd do something a little different and read this, this fan's theory on this whole thing. But yeah, the stuff is an Iceman's theory. You know, I'd have to I'd have to see the frickin' movie Rampage first to form an opinion, you know. But that's why I'm more curious of what do you guys think. So let me know in the comments. And like this damn video if you will, okay? Thanks. More videos to come. I'm the Iceman. Peace be with you.